post swim. So life is rhythm, right? Vibration is rhythm, really. It's the speed of a specific rhythm and frequency. And it's the way we live our lives too. And today in my swimming, I realized that if I stay in rhythm, like breathing, the whole rhythm of everything, I can pretty much keep going. I'm not a fantastic swimmer, but I'm working on it. And if something happens to my rhythm, it's very hard for me to get it back. So I really put off that first, adjustment or wrong breath. I try to do those, I put them off, further and further and further so I can go longer and longer. But isn't that everything, right? So what I am endeavoring to do is to stay so much more in my own natural rhythm. I think after digesting that question of, am I using the word discipline as a replacement for perfection? I guess what I'll say is kind of yes. But I really enjoy the process of every day being a layer of effort. But effort balanced with ease. Now, that line of effort and ease is very hard for me to maintain. I spill over into effort like crazy. And then once I allow myself into ease, it's hard for myself to get my ass up and moving again. So I tend to extremes, shocker. So I really am trying to stay in the rhythm from moving from one to the other. And that transition becomes more graceful when I think of it in a rhythmic pattern. I'm a musician, so any kind of phraseology that I can recognize, right? Like recapitulation, where you're back and you're like, oh, I know that. Oh, like that's the theme. Oh, here's the bridge. Oh, here, so any kind of repeated rhythmic pattern anywhere in my life really appeals to me. And so what I'm going for now is the rhythm of balance, not the battle cry, not the sweet lulling voice of just rest, but I'm looking for, I don't know, allegro form, like the symphonic form, where it's like there's a mix of faster places, slower places, and they're quite gracefully reached from one to the other. So that is my kind of new analogy, is rather than being like, oh, I want to come from a place of softness, that's still too far in my head. If I lean into the rhythm of where I feel like I'm supposed to be, that's just going to be a more natural movement. And that is where I find myself today. And I will see you tomorrow.